You know, adding on to what I was talking about the other day, there's another bait you don't hear about much anymore. Ready to run a gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Truck talking, another disappearing bait. They're not disappearing. You just don't hear anybody talk about them anymore. You know, I did lizards the other day. And this bait, man, when it come out, golly, man, people were just killing them. And I give you a hint. Danny Joe Humphreys. Danny Joe Humphreys. I've met Danny Joe Humphreys. He's a really nice guy. Super nice guy. But he kind of brought these in the forefront. And I'll give you a hint what they are. Bubblegum was the main color. Yep, I'm talking about the floating worm. What happened to the floating worm? I mean, bubblegum, methylate, pumpkin, lime, bright chartreuse, black. What happened to them? You just don't hear about them anymore. Everybody is into flukes. I mean, all these companies are making all these different kind of flukes. You can, fluke after fluke after fluke after fluke. And floating worms, again, like lizards, they're available. You can buy them. Matter of fact, one of the biggest uses for a Zoom trick worm was for a floating worm. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's kind of what brought trick worm out on the market, was the floating worms. Even though it's got salt in it, it sinks. Still, it's a one of my favorite all-time floating worms, or weightless worm in general. But yeah, what happened to them? Nobody's talking about them. You don't see it on YouTube. You don't see it on TV shows. What happened? And again, I think there's a bunch of you guys watching this screaming, I still throw them. Especially the trick worm. I mean, trick worms are made of, they got methylate, bubblegum, lime, all that kind of stuff. Lime sherbet, all that kind of stuff. They got all that. But you don't see anybody talk about them anymore. And that's a shame. Because I can't begin to tell you how many bass I've caught on a floating worm, or a weightless worm, however you want to call it. Because that's just, man. I mean, even Mr. Twister has a Try Alive trick style worm that looks really good. Comes in a lot of good colors. I mean, John over at Missile Baits has got the magic worm he's got out now in a 6-inch. That would also be a great floating worm or weightless worm. But you just don't hear anybody talk about it anymore. Why? I don't know. I figure I get you guys to think about that, because, a lot of you guys this time of year, you can't help it. You fall for the YouTube videos and everything. You start buying their baits and trying all this other stuff that everybody's pushing down your throat and everything, but people forget about the tried and true stuff. And that's me. I'm a tried and true kind of guy. And if I'm going to throw something weightless in the back pocket somewhere over a sluggo, give me a weightless floating worm. That'd be me all day long, and that's all I got from my infinite wisdom that means bupkis. Floating worms, man, look them up. Bring them back out, blow the dust off them suckers, start throwing them, boys. So until next time, remember, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you, keeping Yeshua's name, and as always, fish on.